In this video, we are going to talk about 10 things to do before traveling, so before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Traveling is the most enjoyable activity, but if you don't do it properly, it can turn into a horrible experience. It must be well researched and planned in order to be enjoyable and memorable. Therefore, before leaving your cozy cocoon and entering a foreign environment with a culture you've never encountered and strangers you've never met, do your research when it comes to planning your next adventure. The following list of things to know might help you fulfill your wanderlust in a more convenient and hassle-free manner. Here is a list of the 10 things to do before traveling. Let's start. Number 1. Get a passport. You must first find a place to store them before you can begin collecting beautiful stamps from all around the world. Start applying for your passport well in advance of your travel, especially if you require visas from foreign embassies. Even while the passport application procedure is typically very straightforward, occasionally administrative issues arise and make the entire process take much longer than expected. You will probably need to submit your application in person at your nearby passport office. Be prepared to present recent document pictures, an additional form of identification, and evidence of citizenship. Before you go in to fill out your application, make sure to check with your local office for any unique needs. Copy the front page of your passport several times as soon as you get it. When you go, bring one copy with you, and send the other to a home contact you can trust. In the worst case scenario, this will be quite helpful if your passport is stolen. Also, make sure the passport you already have isn't past its expiration date. Most nations would not let you in even with a valid passport if it expires 3 to 6 months before your trip. Travel plans frequently change, and nobody wants to be prevented from boarding an aeroplane with an expired ID because they are in Uzbekistan or Belarus, or even France, for that matter. Number 2. Get any necessary visas. Every nation has different visa requirements, but the general process is the same. It's time-consuming and unpleasant. Find out if your country of destination needs a visa by doing some research. What kind of visa will you require, if so? The majority of these are standard visitors visas, and 60% of the nations in the globe demand visas for stays of any length. However, you might need to apply for a student visa if you plan to study or intern for longer than a brief term. You will require a work visa if you intend to work, though you may be able to work abroad without a visa, too. Number 3. Visit the doctor. This phase might not be enjoyable either, but consider how much more tiresome it can be to get a checkup or a dental cleaning in a foreign nation when the language is not your native tongue and the office is a messy nook in someone's living room. Get your teeth cleaned and have a physical exam so you can run around with the lions and lick the gelato without worrying. Additionally, make sure you check any vaccines you might require. This happens more frequently in developing nations where there are bothersome illnesses like the Zika virus, chikungunya, dengue fever, malaria, typhoid fever, and avian flu. These, I assure you, are not enjoyable and will derail your planned ascent of Kilimanjaro or expedition to Machu Picchu. Keep track of your shots. Try not to wait until the last minute either, as some shots require a week or 2 to take effect. Plus, who wants to board a plane when their arm feels like it's swarming with medical bees? The most recent information on immunizations and shots that are required or advised can be found on the excellent website maintained by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Number 4. Register your trip with the State Department. Consider registering online with the U.S. Department of State and entering your itinerary if you're going to a place that isn't an industrialist nation or a remote area. The American authorities will be aware of your existence there and how to get in touch with you in the event of an emergency. Additionally, if you agree for the Department of State to disclose your travel details with other parties, your family and friends can get in touch with them to locate you if necessary. It costs nothing to sign up. Number 5. Find out how to communicate with home. Knowing your alternatives for staying in touch with friends and family back home is always a good idea, even if you're traveling to get away from it all, for when you do end up in that dentist chair or get that unwanted mosquito bite. Additionally, it's wonderful to phone mom and pop to let them know you made it across the ocean. This is simpler than ever thanks to modern technologies. Try using free internet-based services like Skype or WhatsApp wherever you are in the world. Check your cell phone plan. While some can be activated abroad, the majority won't work there. Look into your phone's SIM card options if the thought of purchasing and carrying about a phone card makes you uncomfortable. GSM phones are SIM card compatible, so you may use a different SIM card in any nation, as long as the network is unlocked, which is wonderful. It can be a little more challenging with CDMA phones. Number 6. Stock your wallet with acceptable methods of payment. Choose 1 or 2 credit cards to bring with you, and make sure to inform the issuers of your travel plans just before you depart. If not, the issuer of your credit card can reject it because they think the international activity is suspicious. Any cards you won't be using while traveling should be left at home to reduce the risk of fraud. Traveler's checks are no longer widely accepted, and using them could be challenging in many nations, particularly developing ones. Use your bank card to make withdrawals at ATMs, which may be located in even the most far-flung places. The majority of ATM keypads do not display the letters and digits we use, or they may be arranged differently on the key, thus it is advisable to memorize your numeric PIN. Although most businesses have a transaction fee, you will typically receive the best exchange rate when using an ATM. Don't keep a list of your credit card numbers in your wallet, instead, write them down. Learn how to reach your credit card provider while traveling overseas. Outside of the United States, toll-free numbers are inoperable, but credit card firms will take collect calls at a specific number. Number 7. Get insured. Make sure you are covered while traveling, whether it is for travel insurance, luggage protection, or health security. If you are participating in a planned itinerary, you will typically have the option to purchase an insurance package. If you do not already have foreign coverage, these are fantastic choices. Number 8. Develop a budget. This is especially useful if you'll be going overseas for a long time to study or volunteer. Find out how much it will cost you to live there by doing some research, then calculate your monthly expenses for things like housing, food, transportation, and entertainment. If you are only traveling for personal reasons, estimate how much you will spend on lodging, activities, dining out, etc. In any case, be sensible about the costs and bring more cash than you anticipate needing. Not only can emergencies and unforeseen possibilities frequently occur, but sometimes 2 glasses of Vino Verde evolve into 3. Get ready. Number 9. Pack appropriately. Don't carry any valuables with you besides the essential electronics. Jewelry worth a lot of money could draw robbers who are skilled at robbing visitors. If you do bring valuables, keep them locked up in the hotel safe or always pack them in your carry-on. Bring an additional pair of glasses if you wear prescription ones. Label each bag with closed baggage tags. Put your name, address, and phone number on your luggage's exterior and interior. Purchase locks that have been approved by the Transportation Security Administration, and lock your luggage at all times. Find out if you can send your secured luggage on domestic flights. TSA locks might not be recognized and might be cut during a luggage inspection. Number 10. Learn about your destination. No matter how cool and accepting you are, culture shock, they eat what, is certain to strike you. No amount of study will be able to change it. But it's always a good idea to be prepared so that your time traveling may be spent discovering and having fun rather than looking through fresh travel guides. Do some research on the locations you wish to see, any festivals that will be taking place while you are there, and activities you may take part in. Also, educate yourself about the culture. You might need to take traditional apparel if the nation is more so. You won't stare at someone like a fish and take a giant step back if they give you 3 kisses on each cheek as a greeting. Additionally, learn a few fundamental words and phrases in the tongue of the nation you plan to visit. Although it is hoped that you will learn many more words while there, arriving at least with a ciao will give you a positive first impression and will make asking for the loo a lot less awkward than pantomiming it. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching, and see you next time.